Here is the quickest, easiest, simplest way to measure your food on a weight scale. Now, when it comes to the scale that you're going to be using, make sure that it's got a few different options when it comes to the measurements like grams, ounces, milliliters, things like that, because if you are reading from a label and it has a setting that you don't have, then it can be really frustrating and annoying. So save yourself the math, save yourself the frustration, and get one that has a lot of settings on it. But more likely than not, grams, ounces, milliliters will have you covered as far as that's concerned. So when it comes to actually doing the weighing out, you have two different options. One, you can just put it all on and see what it tells you, or two, you can put whatever you're using when it comes to sprays and stuff. This is really good, where you just throw it on, spray it, and then see whatever the negative number is. So let's go through that step by step. For the first option, let's say you're just adding stuff in. All right, so you put your plate or you put your bowl, whatever it is, right on here, and then zero it out. Make sure that that scale says 0, and then add in an ingredient. Okay, see how much it is, and then if you're tracking it, you could track it, and then once you've done that, zero it out again, and then you add the next thing in, so you know exactly how much you're getting instead of having to subtract and say, oh, what did I have before? You just keep zeroing it out over and over again until you have all your stuff, and that's the simplest way to do it when you're going with that. Now, let's say you're cooking on a pan and you've got a lot of ingredients going in, and you're like, there's no way I can count all of this. Real simple, you just, let's say you're about to spray the pan, pop the top off, zero your scale out, and then you go, you spray it, and then you put it back on and you see, okay, what's that negative number? And whatever that negative number is how much is no longer in the container and how much you just used. So then you can enter that in. And again, you just take it off, zero it out, do that over and over again until you have all the ingredients, all the measurements that you need. And if you do this, it's gonna, one, bring a lot more awareness to the amount of food that you've been eating and the amount of calories overall. And two, it's gonna make calorie counting, macro counting so much more accurate and so much more reliable. So you can see the results that you want. And again, reduce the frustration that comes with inaccurate tracking. So I hope that this helps. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments.